Hey everybody, how are you? Hey Peggy and hi Christiana. Let me know that everything is working, please. It's been a while, hasn't it? I was like, yeah, I don't know. Every time we take a break, when I come back, I'm like, do I even know what I'm doing? Hopefully I do. Yay. Nice. Oh, this? You mean this, Christiana? Yes, it is nice. Hey Kim. Yay. I'm happy to hear everything is right. So, yeah, it's been a while since we did a half. Thanks, Peggy. And it's so good seeing you guys. I hope that, yeah, we kind of decided to do this one a bit last minute. So I hope everybody kind of get the message. If not, of course, there's a replay. But it's always more fun to have you around when we're doing our silly, silly things here. um, yeah, there's a lot going on today, isn't there? And Christiana is a master of multitasking in lives. So, she's good. And yeah, so today, yeah, so we don't really have a theme today. And what happens with me every time that they don't give me a theme, then there's always some bones and skulls involved. Yay. uh, thank you. Thank you. Celebratory nails. Ah, I'm glad to hear. Is it hot in Texas? I don't know how it is. In here, it's like it's getting really hot and humid nowadays, and it's like, no, that's enough. Can we go back to winter already? I know we haven't started summer, but I want my winter back, or at least fall. Yeah, we can't skip fall because we can't skip Halloween, right? So, the very least, we should have fall before we go to complete winter. I guess I'm babbling. Hi. So, okay. What I'm going to do today, you might, I don't know how well you can see my little jelly plate here. Well, not little, my big jelly plate here. Hey Priscilla. Um, but what I'm going to do today is do basically a kind of collage. Hey Karen. Oh, we'll get hotter. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's been a while, like since it always feels like that normal weather is just not, it's just not the norm anymore. Everything is weird with the weather these days, everywhere. Um, so I'm going to do a sort of, I don't know, I guess that you would call it like, it would basically be like a collage page if I did, sorry, like a journal page, but I'm going to do it on a loose paper because I don't really work in journals. I just prefer to work on loose papers. Hey, Sue. Oh, guys, it's so good to see you. I missed you guys, really. So I'm going to do, um, yeah, basically, I'm going to do like a collage or something like that, or layout. I don't know. And I'm gonna work with some of these um, lovelies. I'm not sure how many of them I'm gonna work with. Um, yeah, but I'll show you more about those later. I think the ephemera, basically, as you can expect, there will be bones and skulls and ghosts because that's my jam, right? Yes. Um, but I'm gonna start with a background that is I'm gonna do with a jelly plate, and I'm gonna work with inks on the jelly plate this time with this dandy roller here. And I'm gonna just start. Yes, I'm gonna just go ahead and start. Um, so I'm going to work with Altenew inks today because why not? Why not? Yes, I did get the brayer. Obviously, I had to get, and yeah, it's good. I need to actually do like a comparison, because I have the red one as well, the older one. Well, like the general Ranger one. So I need to really do a comparison 1 to 1 to see how different it is. It's definitely a little bit softer, but I don't know. I think it's good, obviously. And I like it. So I'm going to use it today. Also, it's black, which is always good, right? um, so yeah, I think it's really good for this kind of technique. So I'm going to start. So these are Altenew dye inks, and I'm just going to put them on the jelly plate and create some mix. So basically, we're working with kind of blues. This one is, I know it doesn't show here in the color, but it's actually a kind of purplish blue. But I want to have a little bit of this kind of green and cream in the background, because that would actually fit the ephemera that I'm using afterwards. With the ephemera, I'll just, okay, yeah, I'll just, I'm being very distracted and disorganized, but that's okay, right? That's normal. I just wanted to show you maybe a bit up close. So these are, you can see I've stamped it on vellum. They're all like, "Hey, Sam." Yeah, so I stamped it on vellum that I inked a bit. I'll bring it up. Yes. I'm learning slowly to work with the focus on this camera, because it does tend to kind of change too fast for me. Ooh, I have ink on my hand already. Cool. So I stamped it on vellum that I inked a little bit. The idea being that I can, create all of these layers. And because I'm feeling like doing something a bit ghostly themed today, that's always fitting to have this kind of translucent layers. And as you can see, I used, okay. Knox, one of my cats, she's kind of playing around in the background, so it's kind of distracting. So as you can see, I used, oh wow, that was loud. Did you hear her? Okay. So as you can see, I used kind of browns and a bit of greens to tint the vellum. So I want this kind of cream or brownish cream and green in the background, but most of it I want to have like this sort of, yeah, light purplish thing, blue, more blue than purple, actually. Oh gosh. And yeah, and that is mainly because I want the colors to be light, so I can have layers on top that will show through. Oh dear. Okay. So I'm gonna start with just putting the ink straight into the jelly plate. I'm gonna some, ooh, and I'm just kind of letting it mix in. This shade is a little bit darker. I'm going to put it in the edges. Of course, I can afterwards mix up things. And also, well, I am going to mix it up both with the brayer, and I'm probably staining my ink pads, but oh well. Just adding here and there because I want it to be a bit of a mix. It's going to be a bit messy, but that's how we like it. Now, just taking the brayer, and yes, I'm pretty sure the kitty missed people too. And I'm just kind of gently taking the brayer and moving back and forth. This way, it mixes the ink, and it really doesn't seem like there's any ink on it, I know, but partly it's because it's a light color, it's light colored inks, also because it's on the black background, but there is a surprising amount of ink in there, trust me. So I'm just gonna, no, actually, instead of just stamping all the page on, I'm gonna do it in parts because I want it to be a bit more messy. So I'm just gonna take the page See how much ink there is on there? It's amazing. And let's take this part now. Yeah. And this way we kind of get these overlays that will make it a bit more interesting, in my opinion. Hey, Penny. Oh dear, Penny. Oh. Glad to have you. Glad that the delivery went well. Oh my goodness, I have missed this. Okay, so see that now I can see that this part in the middle is already a bit too light. So I'm gonna add some ink. And we'll go with more of the bluish purplish one, I think. Because it does not seem to appear much. So just gonna add some ink right in here. More of that. Yeah. I don't really, I'm hoping that I'm not contaminating my ink pads too much. But oh well. And just kind of spreading it around very gently. And just take, okay, so I know these parts are, I want to ink up, so I'll just put it in there and press the middle in. How lovely is that? Hey, Lalavi. Well, yeah. Yeah. So I think we're almost done with that part. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so, because I want it to be like pissed up. And I'll just bring it up slowly, so hopefully it will focus. And you can see the lovely texture that you get, because it's really cool. Let's face it. Yes. Cool. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually use the jelly plate to as a stamp, as an inking pad, basically. So I'm going to use slightly darker color. This one is going to stay. Let's see. And what colors should I use? Yeah, and the idea is, wait, let me get them. Yeah, I'm gonna use some of these. I'm still not sure, because until now, honestly, I've always just used it as a background and I stamped the whole thing. It's the Halloween text things, stamps, but this time I might actually take them apart, which I haven't really bothered to do until now. But I feel like, I don't know, maybe we'll do it just randomly as a big stamp. What do you say? Should I do it randomly as a big stamp, or slightly less randomly uh, in a, like in little pieces? I think I might do it in little pieces. I don't know. I tend to overthink it when it's how do I put it? Yeah, when I the reason that I like that it's so, that it's one big thing with all of these sentiments, I guess, sentences, pieces of text from books and so on. The reason I like it like this is that if I want it in the background, if I have that in little, like, and separate sentences, I just start to constantly overthink it. Hey, Anya. I start to really overthink where I'm putting it when it's like just one big stamp, I just kind of go like this. um, so I think I'll just go with the one big stamp. And then I decide if I want a bit like specific ones off. And I just want to show you, just look how much ink is actually still in there. I just want darker colors, so I'm removing the ink, but basically you can actually, after you do the background, you can actually just use the ink that is still on the jelly plate to stamp, to continue in stamping. But yeah, because I want slightly darker colors and maybe different colors too, then I'm actually cleaning. It's very sad, I know. Okay, so now putting some of these inks down. And I'm gonna use the brayer that I put somewhere. Here it is. And just kind of smooth it down. And this time, because I put two colors, right? So I'm just basically mixing the colors a bit by moving the brayer up and down. And I will get a sort of brown, but I'm good with brown, so yay. Okay. Let's just try it a little bit here. Inking the stamp. And now to stamp it, I'm actually going to do it very lightly and just in pieces, because I just want fragments of the text. I don't really necessarily... Oh, that did not catch. Okay, let's see. Maybe I chose... Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, I didn't stamp strongly enough. It's fine then. I will be a bit more forceful. It is very light. I should have probably maybe taken a stronger color. Okay, now I'm seeing. See, what happened is that I got a nice blue shade, but the brown, I don't know if you can even see it. Yeah, maybe you can see it a little bit, right? So the brown that I picked is a little too light, so it's not actually showing very well. I kind of like it like this, though. It's very faded and fitting for those stories. But I am going to... I'm just going to add some brown, but I think I'm going to stamp a bit more, but that I will already do with... Jesus. Okay. That is a lot of ink. Yeah, so I think I'm going to actually say bye-bye to the jelly plate for now. Oh, hey, Eileen, I'm using, these are Altenew inks. I'll bring it up. They have really nice dye inks. Why are you focusing on something else? There you go. Good camera. I really love their inks for stamping. They have, like, for techniques, I generally use Tim's inks, the distress inks, but for stamping, I really love Altenew inks. They just have a very smooth stamping, and they also have a lot of colors and very beautiful colors. So yeah, I really like them. And right now, okay, so we bring this here, and we're gonna start adding some details. I'm thinking that I might have forgotten to bring one of the stamps that I wanted, so I might have to leave you alone for a second and bring it, but just a sec. Let's start with... So, okay, let's supposedly clean this up a bit. No, I'll actually clean it up. So yeah, another thing that I actually like about the Altenew inks, forgive the sound, that sounds really bad, doesn't it? Another thing that I really like about the Altenew inks is that they clean very well. It's not that important with the rubber stamps, but with silicone stamps, the clear stamps, it can be a bit annoying sometimes when when inks kind of dye. Well, they go into the stamp a lot. I mean, a little bit is fine, but sometimes it's hard to clean, and these guys, these inks clean really well. Okay, I'm gonna go and bring the florist stamp that I wanted. I'll be back in 2 seconds or 10. You can count. I did not drop 50 things on the way. There it is. Came back. Okay. So, yeah. I think I'll just use the big ones. They're fun. Um, yeah, and for that I probably should have used the jelly plate, because then you can get some more variety in the inking. But I think it's okay. Should I bring it back? Should I bring the jelly plate back? What do you think? Yeah, I'm thinking yes. It's right here, honestly. Being very decisive today. So, all's good. Okay, so for this, I'm going to use some blue-ish. Maybe I'll just use the same blue as before. And I want to mix in some ochre yellow because I think that would be interesting. Okay, so yeah, we'll take some yellow, put on this, blue. And take my brayer that I should clean a little bit at least before, because it's covered with the inks that I used before. So yeah, easiest way really is to take a paper towel just to make sure that it's all clean. All clean. Nice. And now we can gently mix it up here. Okay. Like the stamp. I'll just put it in kind of randomly, really. And I'm pressing it into the jelly plate quite well. And, yeah, that looks nicely inked. And we'll just, again, rather randomly, actually, just stamping it. And it doesn't need to be perfect, but it's nice. Okay, I'll bring it up in a bit and you can see how, I don't know how well you can see that it really changes the color. Just ink it again right around here. Two, one from here. Yeah, pretty close to the edge for the fan of it. Yeah, that's nice. I'm just gonna do a second generation around here. It's very light, just brings a bit of the yellow in. Hey Jess, hey Nelly, hey Lori. So good to have you guys. Okay. We are doing some more. Ooh, that one came out nicely. Yeah, I'll just add a bit more here. And that's it for this one. And I'll just clean it up a little bit. I just want to say that one of the reasons I chose to do this is because I was like, it's one page. I will finish it no time. No problem. We'll see. Okay? We'll see. Okay. Hey, Vina. I am making a journal page out of journal sort of thing. Basically, let's call it a collage or something like that. And yeah, so I used the jelly plate to have the background. Now we have the background, I believe. I might add some more stamping, text stamping, but I think that will be later on. One more thing I want to add is a little bit of this lovely crackle that, where did I put the, what ink did I use? I think I'm gonna use, let's see, because this is going to be one of the main ones that I'll use, I think. So now it already fits with the colors, doesn't it? Yay, that's awesome. So I'll just use some brown. Yeah. Hey, Moika. Ooh, I'm glad you could make it. Okay, so just inking it up. And we'll just add a little bit here and there for the heck of it. This crackle is always nice. Just trying to make sure that I don't get any harsh lines like the edges, really. I just want a little bit kind of an organic feel to it, I guess. Something like that. Yep. Yeah, okay. Some of it is very light, but I think that's good. Now, start playing with these goodies. Yay. So, oh wow. Yeah. Uh, inked hands. Woohoo. Cool. So, like I said, this is going to probably be my main image, and I'm also going to use this beautiful lady. And one of the things, like I said, that I like about the vellum is that you can really layer one on top of the other, and you can see, again, I don't know how well you can see, but all of these details from the background actually come through the vellum. Now with this picture, I'm actually going to put it upside down, because one of the things that I've noticed is that at least with this photo specifically, I guess that the way that the lady that was photographed was looking, she was looking slightly to the side, but somehow when it's upside down, she's actually looking straight at us, which is kind of cool. So yeah, so she's going to be around here, and I'm purposely putting her around this kind of this light area so we can see her face pretty well. And let's add some lovely things. So I think, let's see. I don't know if I should put it under. I'm gonna play around with these things a bit. I did play with it a little bit before we started, but you know, I didn't have the background, so you always have to kind of take these things into account afterwards and change up. I think I might have the butterfly right under. And we'll have a nice heart, because hearts are important. And yeah, and I had this idea of using the bones kind of on the sides, like to hold, you know, like when you have a tape that holds the photo in place. So things like that. Vina, honestly. Um, let's see. Yeah, so I might actually, I don't know. I want it like that. Now with the vellum, vellum is notorious for giving problems when you try to glue it down. So I'm going to sew it. I will not use a sewing machine because I don't want to bring a sewing machine here on, during the live. That's a bit much. So I will sew it by hand. It will not be that hard, I promise you. Yeah, okay, this is maybe better. And I think it would be cool. I think it'll be cooler with the sewing. Some of these items I will glue down. I think, the ones that are not vellum can be glued down and it's not a problem. I really like the butterfly under the vellum. Careful under the vellum. I think that's good enough. And the beauty, again, of these vellums that you can do these layers are really cool. I can do these nice little crossbones here. Let's see. Maybe like this. Something like that. And I really like the fact that you can kind of put one on top of the other, and you can still see pretty much everything right through it. Now, yeah, the edges I used the Tim Holtz's decal cutter to do, so it gives it a bit more of a, I don't know, more of a vintage character, just more interest, however you want to call it. It's cool. That's the main point, I guess. Let's see if you want to add anything else. I'll put a hand here. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that hair actually. Thinking too much. That is my main problem with collages, but that's okay. Um, I feel like maybe I should stamp a sentiment sort of under her vellum so it will show through. Christiana, you know these by heart. What would you put? Oh, which one? This one is an ephemera from the Halloween. Just a sec. This one. It's the vellum hounds. It's the Halloween vellum pieces from last year. Hopefully they'll make more this year because they were awesome. But these ones are all these are I just use the stamps. Just a sec. Ooh. I just use these guys and stamped them on vellum that I tinted a little bit, and that was it. Strand story stamp? Wait, what? Yes, Vina, because I love my skulls and I love my vellum. So I combined it. What story stamp? I don't know. Okay. Secrets of my heart. Um, hmm, I'm thinking too much again. Oh no, that's really sad. No. Um, Ooh, there we go. Eyes fixed unwaveringly upon them. That would be cool with that, because now we have her looking straight at us. So that's fitting. Okay, I'll stamp that with some black soot. And look at all that lovely mess. I have some of these as well, so I might add them as well. But first, let's start with stamping below. Oh, this one? This is from another ephemera set. Just a sec. I'll stamp and then I'll find where it is from. But it was in a lot of them actually. I'm not sure if he still uses it, but it used to be in quite a lot of. Let's do it like this, sort of. Okay. Nice. And that should be, yeah, see? Ha ha ha. That's how I like it. So this ghost one is, it's from the set that had these frames. This one, what's it called? Layers and baseboard frames. But he used to have it in other like ephemera sets as well. So he used it several times. And I have tried to collect all the options because you know how it is. Every time he does it in a different size, slightly different color, all these things. And I want all of them. Because honestly, I want that book. I don't know what book it is, but I have the title, but I really want it. It's really cool. Okay, and now since I have one sentiment that is stamped like this, I think that I have a few more. Maybe strange noise. I'm trying not to think too much and just, go with it. We'll see how that works for me. I'm not that good with that. I think heard a strange noise. Maybe like this around here. Or maybe just a strange noise without the hurt. Ha, like that. Hey, Carrie. Which stamp? So this one says eyes fixed unwaveringly upon them, and this one said heard a strange noise, but I just removed the heard. And we'll also have a little. Ooh, that was dangerous. The amount of times that I colored something I was not supposed to color. Very well is always a good message when you have some ghosts around. I think I'll leave it at that for now, and I might add some more stamping afterwards or sentiments with like ephemera or whatever. Yeah, I love this ghost piece. It's yeah, like I said, there's several versions of it, and I just love it. Because it's really, I'm not even sure. It looks like a book cover, but it looks like it's, from something about like a show. They used to have shows that kind of used projectors, basically early types of projectors, to kind of create illusions of ghosts. And some people were very, very scared of that, which was probably not very nice of the people that did it, but it was fun, I think. Okay, so this will be like this. And I really like this black flower. I'm not sure if I'll, sure, let's have some text in there. It works better. And a heart is always very important to have. I do think I need to ink the edges a bit. And maybe we'll just have... See, the thing is, I'm tempted to put it like this and then just have two hands kind of holding it like this, but then the text is upside down or well mirrored, and I don't know if I'm bothered by it or not. Hey, Tamar. Ugh. Okay, and we had the skull here, right? Because look at that smile. How can we not have the skull? I think. Should we have it here, maybe? Ooh, this way it gets cracks. I don't know. This is the undecisive part when I might get a little annoying. Maybe this? Yeah, I think I actually like this one better. Put it in under. And go all the way to the edge. Yeah, I think I like it better with this. This. Yeah. It's going to be a little bit tricky maybe to sew it all down, but I think it would be cool. I'm thinking actually that maybe I'll just... Ooh. Oh yeah, totally, Christiana. We have so much stuff. And also it's always with these kind of ephemera sets and stuff like that, that even with stamp sets, sometimes, you know, you buy it because, oh, there's like this really cool image that you see and you really like, but then you don't really even notice what else is on the same set. It's kind of funny. That's just how we work, I'm afraid. Maybe we'll have this guy here as well. Yeah, I think I like it there. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Maybe I'll put it here. This. Hmm. I like the idea of having like crossbones that are see-through like that. Maybe it would kind of hide the text maybe, but maybe just like this. No, I don't like it. Okay, I might start, you know, because I have 15 minutes. So I might start kind of putting things in place. Just a sec. Oh, yeah. So for the things that are not vellum, I will just use glue. Okay, I need to kind of get the ink away from here because I need to put some other stuff here. Ooh, what a mess. Okay. So I'm going to use some distress inks to kind of shade the edges a little bit. I'll use maybe ground espresso. Yeah. Nope. Let's use vintage photo. What is going on here? Oh, okay. I'm going to go with ground espresso and maybe gather twigs afterwards. But just to kind of shade the edges, and then I'll start gluing things down because, yeah, as usual, running out of time. Haha. See, nothing changes. Ooh. Hey, Cindy. Oh, well, we miss you. I hope you can join us next time. We'll, you know, try to come back to doing this more often. Yeah, I know, right, Cindy? So good of you to stop by anyway. And yeah, hope you'll catch us. You'll be able to catch us next time. I think I'm going to change to the other twigs for that one because the ground espresso is a little bit too dark, maybe. There. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, I haven't actually seen Nunu, but I can see that you're there. So hi, Nunu. And yeah, might actually. I'm very tempted to kind of crinkle it, but then it will be less transparent. So maybe I'll add a bit of a crinkle to one side. Let's see. Yeah. So, okay. I think that on this side, I'm just gonna crinkle it a bit. Crinkles or vellum are really, really beautiful, actually. I will ink it a little bit. Why did you come out so straight? How rude of you. You're supposed to be, you know, distressed and so. Okay, and I'll give this a little bit of a wrinkle too. There we go. No. Ugh, that sounds horrible, Cindy. I hope it'll clear up really soon. Okay. So just inking the edges. It really brings out the image more. So I'll just ink them up a bit. Makes kind of funny noises, doesn't it? Oh no, what are you doing? This, I'm actually going to try and ink the white a bit more here. Yeah. Now, this edge, I'm actually not inking the white because that's going to be under the vellum, and I think that it's going to be, maybe it'll show better. No, you know what? I am going to ink it. Just not very hard. Because the white is nice, but it's a bit too bright for, well, this. Okay. Let's ink our heart. It's very crinkly. I think I might, let's crinkle the heart a bit. Just a bit. Oh no. Oh, yeah, that's really annoying. I hope you'll be able to get it set big, I don't know, soon. It just sounds like a not fun experience to have. Hate it when those things happen. Okay. So I'm gonna add a bit more of the ground espresso just to have it there. A little bit more shaded. This. Good. What else do we have to shade? The hand. I really should have done that before. But, you know. I always expect things to go very fast from some unknown reason. I mean, it doesn't take me, it takes me a while to do these things when I'm not live. Obviously, when I'm live, it's going to take twice as much, right? I think my fingernails are changing color, but that's okay. Okay, so that's at least for the start. There will probably be more additions afterwards, but you know the drill. I will finish it after the live and then post images in my social media, and you can see there the finished product there. But for now, let's just start by kind of having things placed down so I can show you how I plan to sew things. So we'll start with this guy. That's just gonna glue it down. I probably should actually put glue under that one first, but we'll figure it in a second. That's fine. Well, see, that's the beauty of this tip, that you can just put it down there. And I know that this is enough glue because, you know, it's collage medium. That's enough. Putting a bit here. Oh, great. What are you doing? Honestly. Rude little card. There we go. All placed down. Good. Now, let's see. So, in order to sew it, what I'm going to do is puncture some holes. And for that, I'll just use this old and very battered mouse pad. And I'll just show it with this piece. So I'm just placing it. Yeah, I moved it a bit, but that's okay. It's not exactly where I planned it originally to be, but who cares? I want... Yeah, that's fine. This. And I'm going to... Let's bring it up here. Duh. Or maybe even take it up like this. Yeah, I think I like it better like this. Cool. So, what I'll do now is just puncture some holes through right about here. And I'm trying to do it gently because I don't want the holes to be too big, actually, because yeah, it's better. I'm also not going to bother with doing them evenly. I'm actually purposely doing them a little bit uneven, because that would give a more interesting result in the sewing, I think. Just, yeah, I think that probably be enough. Where are my strings? Okay, important question here. Should I use white or should I use this black and gold one? I'm thinking the black and gold will be more interesting. It's very it's very thin, so it'll be very delicate, but I think... Hey, Belinda, yeah, I'm very familiar with that. Okay, I'm gonna just use this one. I think it'll be more interesting. So, threading the needle for color. Well, hopefully it'll be quickly. It's always a bit of a... Aha! Success. Okay, so because I don't want to move it too much, I'm just gently pick it up. There we go. And what I'm going to do, because I want the strings to actually be a bit loose, so see if I can see what I'm doing. It's very challenging. There we go. Oh, silly needle escaping. Okay, here we go. And I'm actually going to just leave this loose. I'm not going to tie it down. I'm going to make it longer because I think I'll tie it up down at the bottom. First ones are always the more challenging ones, shall we say? I hope that you can see what I'm doing, even though I'm moving it around. Yeah. Oop. Nice. I'm glad you support the black and gold. Actually, I'm gonna take it to here this time, just to make it more, I don't know, well, more interesting, basically. Yeah. That's, should have done an X maybe, but that's okay. Ooh, okay. No, I'll just take it here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now you can basically tie it. Yeah, I'm gonna just tie it down to this last piece here. Ooh. Okay, and I'll just cut it around here, so we'll have some strings lying. And yeah, I am going to basically continue and sew the vellum, all the different vellum ephemera all over the place. And I will finish it afterwards. So, oh no. Oh no, Cindy, I'm so sorry to hear. Oh, I hope that, well, I don't know. That sounds really sad. I hope that you'll be better soon and everything will be a bit better. Um, and I'm actually out of time. Thank you, Vina, and thank you, Sue. Um, y a travel one? Oh, like a sewing machine, a travel sewing machine. I don't know. I kind of like the hand stitching generally. Yeah. Thanks, Belinda. So Belinda just put in the link for Nelly and Nicole that are next. And thank you so much for joining us. We're definitely going to get back to doing more hops now. It might not be every week because, the pandemic is, well, not over, but things are getting more loose and things are getting a bit busy. But we do miss you and love you and want to see you. So thank you so much for joining me. I will have this in my social media. You can find the links in my description if you want, I think. And please continue to Nelly and Nicole. And I'll see you there in a bit and everybody else afterwards. Thank you so much. I'm gonna finish now. Bye bye. Ooh. Oh yeah. I need my mouse to actually move. That's helpful. Bye bye. Bye.